Good morning, everybody. This is Saturday, it's the day before Mother's Day. And you've heard me and Jerod talk about we're going to do a little bit of hot tent camping. And one of the things is you always test your equipment before you actually go do something like that. So I'm out here in the backyard. And I'm testing the MCETO tent. This is a TP style hot tent that I bought. It's been months ago, and might have been back in February. But I haven't even taken it out of the package, haven't even set it up. So this is going to be initial run. I've got an extremely long weekend this week, so I'm going to set it up. It's a nice brisk, cool morning. It's 40. It was 43 when I got up. I think it's about 45, something like that now. I've also got the floor. This is not the floor that came with the tent. This is a floor that will fit. And I'm going to set it up, and we'll see if everything is here. Take you along with that. I'm going to see if how easy it is to set it up, and then I may even bring out the tent stove that I got from Deer Family and put in it too, because this does have the place in the side to where you can put a tent stove in. You got the what do they call that, stove jack that will have to be hole cut in it for the pipe chimney to come out. So I'm going to take you along with this. This might be a long video. This might be a short video. Who knows? But you've always got to test your gear before you use it. And I'd hate for us telling you about going on a new adventure, and we're going to do a little tent camping along the creek, and get down there and find out it's a big flop because something was missing, something was tore, something didn't come with what we got. So best to do it in the backyard first to see how everything goes. So stick with us. Okay, I put down the poncho tarp that I've had for years. Didn't even realize it was a tarp. But I'm going to get this tent out. The bag is a ripstop material, drawstring. The tent is made from ripstop material. Now I know I'm going to have some naysayers or whatever. This, like I said, I think it was bought back in February, and this is the bought from TEMU. And I have seen some reviews on this tent, and this is a pretty good tent. Got a Velcro strap here, secure it. There's a bag of stakes, there's the pole, there's the stove jack, and here's the tent. I can see right here on the seam, got some double stitching. See how many tent poles we have, or tent stakes we have here. We've got some nice aluminum triangle shaped tent stakes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12 of those. Some guidelines, some rope. It's not paracord, but this is just to hold up the tent. And here is the hole. And yes, it is bungeed. Pretty nice aluminum pole. Now this tent, it's got rubber caps on each end. This tent is, if I remember right, 10-foot diameter, about 5.5 foot tall. So, you know, this isn't something you can stand up in. But we're going to get this thing put together, get it laid out here, and like I said, I got the floor. The floor is not from this same company. It's got stakes, tie outs, stake outs, but this is supposed to fit this tent. So we'll see what happens here. Y'all stay tuned. Okay, we got the tent staked out. I'll probably have to readjust those. Got the doorway here in the front. Stove jack's right there. Okay, get the pole and get in there and try to set it up. Okay, I can see right now that I need to adjust some of these stakes a little bit. I don't think you're supposed to put all the stakes down at one time. So I'm going to pull some of these up. And these stakes have a little pull rope on them so you can pull them up. Okay, so now I'll get it adjusted. We'll be right back. Okay, there's the tent up. Now I don't have the sides staked out yet. And of course, this thing takes 8 stakes all the way around the tent. And you have 4 stakes left over because you only got 12. Well, here's the thing. If it takes 8 stakes to secure the tent to the ground, and then you've got tie-offs on the walls, you have 8 of those. And really, if you count, you know, I've got this thing has 2 doors. I only have the one door open. The other door's on the opposite side. And you should have gotten at least at a minimum of 16 stakes instead of 12. They give you enough cordage. You can see I got a big loop right there. I don't know if I want to or not, you might cut that in half and have at least 12 or 8 for securing the walls out. And then this hooks here is for halfway up. I'll show you in more detail when I get to the tent and staking it out with those. But I am shy at least another 4 stakes. And I knew that from other reviews that you only got 12. And I've been watching at Walmart. They sell those same stakes, aluminum, lightweight. For the past month, they haven't had any in the bin. I don't know what their deal is, but Walmart hasn't had them, so I'm gonna have to check around and find some more. I've got some old, looks like coat hanger style stakes that I'll try. I'm gonna try to get the floor in next, and we'll go from there. I want to get it set up before I give you a complete runaround of the tent itself. But right there it is, and it wasn't that hard to set up. And I'm on uneven ground. I mean, it slopes, so some areas looks like it's tight, some areas don't. And this tent here does come with the rain or weather flap at the bottom skirt. So this is basically you use an all-weather. Of course, it's not, you know, it's lightweight. It's ripstop material, and the thing is, I wanted to get it up out in the weather. I don't know if we've got any rain predicted in the next 3 days, but I want to see if it's waterproof. But I got to get the floor in, and I'll probably have to take the center pole out to get the floor in. And like I said, this floor did not come with the tent. That was a separate purchase. So I got to see if it'll actually fit inside. It's supposed to be the same dimensions as the footprint of the tent. So we'll be back. Okay, you can see the tent now. I've got the 4 stakes in, and I did them at both doors on this tent. I'm still needing 4, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4 more stakes. The rope that you see that's holding the door here and here, there was 4 of those. I didn't want to cut them. Looks like I have, I think, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I got 4 more of these hooks left, which go in right here and right here. Because you have 2 anchor points on the tent for your outer stakes to pull on, to give it a little bit more, I don't want to call it rigidity, but so it's not sinking in. And here in a minute I'll give you an up close. I did buy, because these didn't come with it, and this makes it a whole lot easier. I did buy some of these to use to cinch the rope up, so that makes life a whole lot easier. So let me get up a little bit closer so I can show you the tent. And then the floor, it almost covers the whole inside, but it doesn't. That floor was not for that tent. Like I said, the tent doesn't come with a floor. It's not intended to come with a floor, but you can buy a floor. And I seen this one, I thought this was it. It was the right diameter, but where this thing has 8, let's say, sides to it, this only has, I think, 4, or let's see, this has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this has got 8. That may have, the floor may have 8, but they're white. I don't know exactly how to explain it. The floor is not the right size, but it will cover and it will do what I intend it to do, especially if I put the stove tent or tent stove in. Part of that floor has to come back because it's not fire retardant, so you have to have the tent stove setting on the ground. So let me rearrange the camera and stuff, and I'll give you a walk around with the tent and maybe try to go inside so you can see more of it. Okay everybody, I got the tent done. Let me get back and back. Okay, like I said, it's about 5, I think it's about 5'4", 5'6" in the center. And I've got, and I'm sure you can see it, the orange tie-offs came with it, and there was 4 of those, and then there was 8 of these hooks right there that tie into the guide rope, and there was only 12 stakes, but I had there's 3 here. I had 7 of these, so I've used that on getting this tent up. Like I said, this tent does have these weather skirts on it, to where, like, if you're out in the woods, you can pile leaves up on there, keep the wind from blowing up underneath. It's got 2 doors, one on this side, one on the other. It does have a loop up here at the top, to where you could actually hoist a rope up in a tree limb and support it there instead of using the pole, but I don't know if I'd trust that, just because of storms and stuff, and you know, you don't know how secure that limb's going to be. But it came with 12 of those style aluminum stakes. It should have come with 16 of them. It should have come with 4 additional guy ropes. You can see here I had some white that I put in. And those will stay attached to the tent. If I'd have thought and ordered some of those hooks, I could have used those hooks up here instead of having to go in and tie like I did. But it also has kind of a rain flap that goes over the zipper, and it's velcroed here and here, and it's got a double zipper on both sides. And sorry about all this, folks, but there, and you can roll it up. I'm just flipping it up. You can see I got the floor in there. Here's the inside. You can see This floor has 6 sides. This tent has 8. That's the problem. And I didn't pay any attention to that. But there's the other door. You have ventilation right there. There is a hook up in the top to hang a battery powered lantern from the top. I do have the this comes completely off, and I'm going to throw it inside. There's the stove jack, which you have to cut a hole for your chimney to come out, and I may try to do that. That's the reason why I have the floor pulled back, so I can see where to put the tent stove. I'm thinking the tent stove is actually going to set more right in there. This is supposed to be a 3-person tent, but with the tent stove it may be only a 2-person. I'll have to just get the tent stove in and see how it goes. This ventilation that's on both sides, if I can show it to you, has a piece right here that just velcros, and you can step that up inside and close the ventilation. I don't know if you've seen that or not. Close the ventilation. But you got this piece here that comes out. You just open up your ventilation right there, and then that holds that open, so you got air circulating in. So we'll do a little walk around. Like I said, I'm on an incline, so it's not perfect. Over here, the skirt is laying nice and flat. Up, it might be nice and flat here. But you can see the tent is breathing with the, we got a slight breeze blowing. And didn't want to get these too tight and stretch it too much. Like I said, this is the first time putting it up. This is your other door, where you'd have, it's a nice summer day, you use this thing, you open up both doors, let the air flow through. Like I said, it's over here on the bank, skirt's laying flat on the ground. That pull piece you see right there to like put a stake on, that's the floor where I've got it up against the wall here. And this ain't bad. I mean, I paid roughly $90 for the tent. I bought the floor. I bought these little red things. They didn't come with it. I mean, if the tent would have come with 4 more stakes, 4 more guide ropes, it'd be the perfect setup. Even, like I said, I bought the floor. Some people don't even use floors, they just put them up, they're going out hiking, camping, hot tenting. They may just throw a tarp down on the inside, but I bought the floor. I had a tarp I could have put down, but I thought, well, I'll get a floor, and like I said, I didn't pay attention. My tent's 8 panels, let's call it. The floor for there is a 6, for a TP tent that's got 6 walls, their sides. But that's the tent. Do a little camping, we post a little YouTube short, the next adventure. So I've got some other gear I'm gonna get out and see if it'll fit. Bring the tent stove out here and may get into cutting the hole in the stove jack. Now that stove jack is velcroed on. Whenever I take the tent down, I can take the stove jack off. If it's summertime, you're not using tent stove, you're going to have a hole in the stove jack. So you take that off and you put the fabric that I took off and threw inside the tent, velcro it back on. It's got a little rain fly right here to keep any moisture from getting up underneath there. So got to cut a hole in here for the chimney for the tent stove, and that may be what I go get next. So y'all just stay with us. Okay, here's the test run of the Deer Family tent stove in the hot tent. As you can see, there's smoke coming from the chimney. Everything I've got is damp, but I did find some dry stuff. And as you can see, it's starting. It's in the low 50s, mid 50s maybe right now. So, like I said, this is a test run. Just to see if everything's going to work, see how much room there is inside. So, we'll be back. Okay, I'm sitting in a tent, and I don't know if you can see in there or not, but there is a fire, some hot coals. I put a damper on pipe. That was something I bought. Goes up through there. Looks like it's doing pretty good. And by the stove, it's good and warm. Of course, I've got another tarp to lay in there. This thing here that I bought, this floor, you know, it's not for this tent, but looks like the stove's going to do good. I'd like to turn the stove around where the door's facing this way. That might be something I'll, you know, fiddle with later. I just wanted to see if it was going to work. I wanted to get the stove jack cut. But with the door standing wide open, I know that it's got, you know, the cool air blowing because it's breezy outside. I don't know if you can see. You can see the trees moving. It's breezy outside. But, you know, I want to test my gear. And I'll probably leave this up over the weekend because I don't know. I think we may have a chance of some showers to see if it leaks. And we'll try to figure out something to do about this floor. It kind of aggravates me. But it wasn't that much. I may check around, get the dimensions since this has got 8 panels. See if I can find a floor that has the 8 corners. So far it's doing good. I can sit right here. I'll hold this up close to my face. This is about how far I am from it, and I can feel the heat from the stove, so it's doing good. Well, the stove jack is doing what it's supposed to do. I mean, you can see I had a Sharpie, but you can see that there's a lot of heat coming off of that pipe. It's gotten hot enough now that there's very little, if any, smoke coming out. I don't know if you can see. You should be able to see the heat dispersing from the spark arrestor, and that's what you want. You want that stove to get hot enough that the wood you put in there doesn't create any smoke. So been going around and on the storm flaps putting, of course those are just little logs. I haven't put any on this one, but I put 3 on that one, a couple on that, and some on that side over there. But you can see it's all set up, guided off. The stove chimney is guided off in 3 directions, and that's just to, you know, if the wind blows, you know, you want it to move a little bit, but they're not real tight, just enough to keep it straight, keep it from falling into the tent. So far it looks like it's going to work okay. I believe there's enough room in there for Jerod and me and some gear, not a lot of gear. Like I said, it's supposed to be a 3-man tent, but with that stove in there, of course we may not need a stove by the time we go on our adventure of maybe a weekend camping trip. Still be kind of close to home, but it won't be in the backyard. But you know, we might not need the stove, and if we don't, that'll be great. We could get all of our gear. You know, it'd be a couple backpacks and sleeping bags, which those will be in the backpack, but we'd be able to, me and him, stretch out and have our gear and not be cramped or anything. And the way it looks right now, like I said, I believe I could be over there stretched out, Jerod could be over there, and we still have room back here behind us to put, you know, any gear we have with us, backpacks, whatever. So for 2 men, I think it'd be great, even with the stove in there. So we'll just leave this up over the weekend and see how it does. Like I said, we got wind, and I believe we may have some rain coming in, maybe tonight. And then I can come back out here and check it and see if it leaked anywhere, especially back here where I've got the floor down. See if there's any water gets there. Okay, I'm inside the tent. There's a stove, and I've shut that door. The other door's behind me, and I'm stretched out in here. Don't have my sleeping bag out here. I do have an air mattress that I need to try, but I haven't brought it out yet. And there's the top, and these vents are open, and I can feel the heat. I mean, the fire had almost went out, and I put 2 pieces of split walnut in there, just very small, and with the door shut now, I can feel the heat from the stove. Let's see if you can see in the window of the stove. Yeah, you can see it's just barely got a fire in there, but I can feel the heat coming off of it. So just wanted to give you a view. Like I said, it kind of slopes down. It's not really level here. That'll be the thing when we take it out to actually do a overnighter or whatever. We'll have to make sure we get a nice level piece of ground to set it up. But other than that, this thing is really nice for $89, $90. But now, like I said, I'll have to check on whether it's waterproof or not. So we'll have to wait till it rains. But it's that ripstop material. I don't know if the camera can show you. And got the seam tape on the inside. Everything looks really good on this. Like I said, there's a hook up on the top. Don't know if you can see it or not. That you could hang a battery powered light from. And then there's your one vent, and there's another vent behind me. The stove jack's doing well. And it is warm in here now. So we'll get ready to end this video here real soon. Well, this is it. All set up. Got my little UCO candle sitting right there. Just put 2 pieces of walnut in the stove, and it's doing good. I wish it was on more level ground here in the backyard, but I don't have hardly any level ground back here. and about as well as I can get it. But there's plenty of room. I got back in there a minute ago when I was showing it to Brenda, and stretched out. There'll be plenty of room. I can stretch out here. Jerod can stretch out there. We'd have the stove in, have our gear set in here. Probably use the other door to go in and out. Keep this door shut, because it's kind of hard to get in and out with that stove set right there. So just want to thank you all for watching the test setup and review of the MCETO hot tent. Of course, it's got the Deer family stove in it, and like I said, I bought a short piece of pipe with a pipe dampener in it, so you could control how much it burns, like if you wanted to burn it at night. With the 2 vents, I don't think you have to worry about carbon monoxide. That stove, from the couple times I've used it, it doesn't smoke unless you open up the door. Of course, any stove will do that when you open up the door. And then I've got the Mountain and River chair here. I was hoping I could use it in there, but this tent is not tall enough. But really, this tent is made for sleeping and getting out of the weather when you're camping. Because most of the time you're going to be outside, like I'm sitting right now, enjoying the outdoors. So hopefully here sometime soon, Jerod and I will be doing an overnight camp out. Maybe a Friday night and a Saturday night, and tear down on Sunday. We'll just have to, see how our schedules work out. But appreciate you watching J&J True Outdoor Adventures. Please like, comment, subscribe, and as Rafon's saying, we'll see you in the woods, hopefully with this. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.